Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for One Piece chapter 1063. When we last left our heroes, we learned a little bit about both Vegapunk and Egghead as a whole. Vegapunk, we learned by chapter's end, has like 6 bodies running around, doing various science things that Vegapunk does. The one that the Sunny crew has met is named Lilith, who initially tries to rob the Straw Hats and then leave them for dead before another Vegapunk named Shaka instructs her to bring them to them. Meanwhile, Luffy, Jinbei, Chopper, and Bonney are on Egghead. We learn that Kuma is Bonnie's father, which is why she's so obsessed with trying to save him. And they hang out on this, over-science sort of island place, where they meet another Vegapunk, Atlas, and just have some antics, a bit of world-building antics there, and there's some talk about, Vegapunk ushering in a new age, which is sort of a thematically resonant term in this series. And then we find out that CP0 is coming to eliminate Vegapunk because they're a little worried that Vegapunk is a little close to finding out is a little bit too much influence in the government and might learn things that Vegapunk really shouldn't. So Lucci and Kaku and Stussy and Akuma Seraph are on their way to Egghead. So all sorts of things are going to be, coinciding in Egghead. So with that said, let's dive right on into chapter 1063, My Only Family. Our cover here is German 66's On the Motionless Excursion, Volume 21, Pudding's Been Abducted. And we see, this is still sort of frozen Chocolat Town. Cracker is like frozen. Was that Creme Brulee? The sort of witch mirror girl, right? I feel like it was Creme Brulee. Let me, I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but, yeah. So, that's what's going on over there. Pudding is abducted, and I still think it might be Kuzan, given that he's the ice power person. But anyway, we open back on Egghead as Chopper, Luffy, and Bonney have stuffed themselves silly from the food making machine. That was so good. And Luffy adds on, when is everyone else gonna get here? And Chopper, they'll be amazed when they see this food machine, except for Sanji, he'll be mad. Which, yeah, I don't think he'd like the machine stealing his job. And Atlas looks at them, you sure ate your fill. All 4 of you are stuffed to bursting. But Jinbei is just, no, I always look like this. Yeah, alright, that's a good gag there. And then we see this, mechanical dog eating the food scraps. Recycali, which is a good pun. And Atlas waves goodbye. Well, I've gotta go. Need to get back to my job. Violence! Right, wasn't her title Atlas the Violence or something? Something like that. And that confuses the gang, as that's Bonney who asks, what kind of job is that? And we see Atlas is going around, punching the hologram, and then right past them walk these little, little itty-bitty robots, as Chopper notes, huh? What are those? And Bonney comments, well, it's a research lab. Maybe they're researchers. And Jinbei notes, there was no one here before, but now the town's full of people. Perhaps they were wary of us. And we see all these robots sort of coming out, and they weren't there before, but now, after Atlas's conversation, they're all there, just being townspeople, I guess. And Bonney notes they're wearing heavy clothes for such a tropical place. And then we see this, little scuff behind her. What the? Luffy? And Luffy is now in an SSG coat? That I guess one of the robots was, forced on him. And Luffy notes, wow, it's so light, though. And breezy cool. And someone questions, wait, where do you get that outfit? In there. And he points to this, fashion machine. And Bonney notes, They give you food and clothes? Perfect. The salt water had me feeling oily. And she goes in there, my preference, combat gear. And the machine starts, changing her outfit. I can take them off myself. And then we see her, and as opposed to the big ol' overcoat that, Luffy's in, she's not wearing much below the belt. You can see, like, a leotard and, like, a top over it and, like, thigh-high socks is sort of the vibe there. And the same... Are those... Yeah, it's the same shoes Luffy had. I didn't notice earlier. And Atlas seems to have a variation of them. They're very kind of mechanical looking. Hey, it is light. These shoes make me feel like I'm floating on air. And Jinbei and Chopper have also changed. Jinbei's in a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Like, king shit there, my man. That is the dad of the group. Good thing they had a tropical pattern. Makes for a better disguise. Not that we're really incognito here. Yeah, you're not really fooling anyone here, Jinbei. And Chopper's in another, like, outfit similar to what Luffy's wearing. I'm in the future! And Bonney notes, alright, I'm gonna go rustle up some weapons with the screws to Vegapunk. So long. Okay, she's just gonna, like, start her attack. But Luffy tells her, hey, wait. I see the bear. Oh, I see the bottom panel. I know what's right about to happen. A bear? I wonder if he's looking for us. Or is it my imagination? And yeah, it's a police-themed Kuma Pacifista. Which I can only imagine Bonnie's gonna take so fucking well. And I assume this is what the title is referring to, the My Only Family. I figured it'd be a little while before Luffy realized that, like, Bonnie's father she wanted revenge for was Kuma, but I guess we're getting that very soon. As Luffy knows, let's move. He's gonna run. And yeah, the police Pacifista runs after them. It's a laser cannon. He's charging them. Eating without payment. Theft of clothing. Okay, I guess that's not quite as free as they thought it was. Huh? We needed money for that? And Bonney is, like, frozen. Because, you know, that's her dad killing them. And Luffy protests as the blast knocks all four of them away. But it just popped out when I kicked the machine. And I think that's Jinbei's note. Sounds like property damage to me. And Luffy protests, is that supposed to get the death penalty? Seemed like excessive punishment. Or that might actually be Chopper's line. Either way, it's a really funny line. As Luffy knows, we gotta fight back before he gets the best of us. And Jinbei agrees, it's justified self-defense. If you ignore the part about us being pirates. Yeah, sounds good. Sorry, man. And Luffy goes straight for, like, he's not in full-on Gear 4, but I think that, you know, bloated up hockey fist is a Gear 4 move. Gum gum! And the Pacifista, you know, shines its light at Luffy. And Bonney kicks him out of the way. Stop! Because, yeah, I don't know if she knows that the real Kuma is with the revolutionaries. But they're all knocked out of the way, which dodges the Pacifista's cannon again. And Luffy gets mad. Hey, what was that for, Bonney? He was shooting a laser. I should at least get to punch him. And Bonney is just out of breath, in shock and panic, as she tells them all, that's my daddy. Which shocks everyone. And he's my only family. And Chopper realizes, so the dad who got turned into a cyborg, and Jinbei picks it up, was Kuma? And as the Pacifista readies another attack, please, I'm begging you, please don't hurt my daddy. And it's, I want to take a little bit of attention to the word choice there. And the way it feels very, like, childish. I mean, we saw, I'm trying to remember what we know of Bonnie's devil fruit power. Because we saw her as a little kid when she came out of, like, the little water ball. But I figured it was something that had de-aged her. What if she's aged up in reality? I don't know. That might be way off base. I don't remember the exact details of her devil fruit powers. It might not work. But it is, like, a distinctly childish word choice there. Though we get to see our first image of Kuma, like, pre-becoming a Shichibukai, becoming how we know him today. But Luffy tells her off, run, dummy! It's a Pacifista! And the Pacifista's next attack blows up the side of the island, as we cut to a stretch of sea in the New World. Oh, we're back with Law already. I just saw the bottom of the page. Oh, that laugh is Blackbeard. Zahahaha. And the what's the Heart Pirate ship name? I forget what it's called, but the sub, the Polar Tang, that's what it is running below the surface. It won't hold, Captain. And one of the Heart Pirates is like trying to plug water. One more hit and the water pressure will crush the sub. And Law tells them, rise to the surface. There's no escape. Land's close by, to the northeast. And I guess Ivankov is here. Because Law has been, what particular word choice do I want to use here? Has been kind of femmed, for lack of a better term. Prepare for battle. Hurry. And we see, it looks like Beppo has also been Ivankov'd, which is the word choice I'm going to use here. As a couple of the Heart Pirates who have not been comment, you look fantastic, Captain. Don't make me beat you over the head. Oh, shoot. Oh, there's something coming. Like, it looks like it's like okay, so the only person we know that can do a sort of devil fruit-based gender change is Ivankov. So it definitely seems to be someone, like, part of the attack on the Polar Tang. So, oh, what if Blackbeard's killed Ivankov? What if Blackbeard has absorbed Ivankov's devil fruit? Because I don't know, like we did just see Ivankov in 1060. But, like, I don't know, like, we saw Ivankov with the revolutionaries. I don't know why they'd be allying with Blackbeard all of a sudden. But anyway, more people get hit. No! It got me too! Don't touch anyone who's already got it! This power can infect other people. It'll change your gender! Which is I'm not a big fan of that word choice, but Ivankov is gonna Ivankov, I guess. But Law notes, but I learned something in that Emperor fight. You can break through. Those powers can't withstand intense enough hockey. And the Polar Tang surfaces. We've surfaced, Captain. And Law, I don't want to say detransitions, though, like, if I were in a more joking mood, I would. But Law returns to his normal self. And, oh, it's the doctor of the Blackbeard pirates, whose name I definitely know. Oh. So he broke, I think it's like Doc Q? Yeah, Doc Q. So he broke through the disease. He's worth $3 billion for a reason. And once he's broken through, his antibodies will spread just as the illness did. He I'm not going to do a good cough. Did you have fun with the feminization disease? Okay. So that's apparently a disease, not just an Ivankov thing. I'm not going to touch that. I'm just not going to touch the implications there. But yes, Doc Q and his sick fruit. Van Augur and his warp fruit. Burgess, we're moving to the island. Okay. And we see that's not Egghead. For a second there I thought we'd like be getting Law back with the Straw Hats already because the man cannot leave the gang. Someone's further up ahead. And we do see the island. I don't have any idea what those mountain-like things are meant to be. They look like squids or like jellyfish on top of mountains or something. Oh, Van Augur warps them to the island, and Burgess with the strong fruit, which I don't think he had last time. Like, because wasn't he fighting for Ace's fruit back at Dressrosa? I don't think or maybe he was just wanted it to like bring back to Blackbeard. I don't remember if this is a new fruit for Burgess. Wee-ha-ha-ha! It's definitely new, as he comments. This strong fruit power is unstoppable. And yeah, he lifts up an entire one of those mountains. Wee-ha-ha-ha! As the Heart Pirates just look on in shock. Burgess! He's lifting a mountain! Wait, when did he land on the island? So yeah, all of these devil fruit powers, I don't think any of them were devil fruit users pre this encounter. Okay. As Law notes, super strength, contagion, teleportation, all these preposterous powers they've gained through hunting down devil fruits. No wonder their bounties just keep rising. And Burgess yeets the mountain at them. Here comes the mountain! And Law readies room and warps them away. As Blackbeard on like Pegasus' back laughs. See, ha 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 ha. It's been a while, Trafalgar Law. And Law and the gang have landed on the island. Law readies his blade at Blackbeard. Why are you here? Now don't be so cold to your fellow worst generation. And Law just like glares. Straw Hat, Kid, or you. I knew that one of you, oh, and we see it's Doc Q's horse that Blackbeard is on, with the horse fruit, mythical type model Pegasus. Okay, yet another devil fruit, now given to the horse. I knew that one of you was going to sail here from Wano. And Doc Q tries to like beg Blackbeard, Commodore, Stronger says you're crushing him. And me. And Blackbeard, of course, does not care. Go figure that Kaido and Big Mom fell. You've turned the whole world upside down. It's been a blast. Zee ha ha ha. Of course Kaido would have had at least one. And how many have you found? I'll take all your Road Poneglyphs. Oh, they're fighting for a straight shot of the One Piece. And Law notes, same back to you. In this fight, winner takes all. To be continued. Okay. What Road Poneglyphs does Blackbeard have? I'm gonna do I always forget where. I know there was the one that was missing from Fishman, one that was at, there was one at Wano, and one at Zoe. And then, what was the fourth? Because there's the missing Fishman, sorry. I lost my train of thought there. But there's always one of the roads I miss. And Zoe, oh, right, it's at Whole Cake. So, like, which of those, if any, does Blackbeard have? Like, I'm not sure that, I mean, Law has something to gain here and not getting killed by Blackbeard. But Blackbeard never fought Big Mom. We know he doesn't have Kaido's. I don't think he was ever at Zoe. So, I don't know what, like, maybe Blackbeard does have the missing Poneglyph. Maybe Blackbeard knows where it is, and has seen it, and has recorded it. I guess that's a possibility. If so, that puts all 4 Poneglyphs on the table. So yeah, there's a whole lot that can go on there. For now, let's talk about the Egghead stuff first. I'll get back to Blackbeard and Law. But, you know, the Blackbeard, the Egghead stuff is really just there to, like not that much happens, but it does set up a bit more. It fills the rest of the Egghead crew in on what all is at stake in this arc. You know, what Bonney's deal is by the return of the Pacifista, or by the return of a Pacifista. But, like, it doesn't really tell us anything. Like, it sets up, you know, the fact that they're, once again, sort of fugitives, with a cop, like a literal cop after them, which is actually an interesting thing. We haven't really seen, I don't think we've ever seen the term, like, police used in the series. Never, like, cops who were after the pirates. It's Marines, it's the Navy. It fits in with Egghead, with Vegapunk's sort of view of a future world. You know, not quite, you know, a bit pre-sci-fi. Cops are not a science fiction exclusive thing, as nice as that would be. But it is sort of Egghead being the land of the future. So it sets up a bit of, it expands a bit on what Vegapunk is sort of going for, but also it's there so that the crew finds out about the Bonney Kuma relation, and sets up what exactly the stakes are for Bonney, and, you know, once this immediate crisis is over, can sort of get the gang on the same page. Because, like, Luffy and the gang, they're gonna want to help Kuma, too. They, you know, Kuma helped them out way back when. So, like, it definitely, like, it's a necessary moment, but we'll see but like, I don't know. I'm trying to find out why I'm a little soft on it. Like, it's a little. It's not. It does the job, but it really feels like it's just doing the job. I guess is the best way to put it. Like, it's good. It's not bad, or even like it's or even like mediocre or something. It's a good scene. You know, an extension of the a sort of expansion of the stakes, as we see like there are police after them, and getting the rest of the crew up on board with some of the other stakes. It's all very good. I don't know. It's just not blowing me away, which like it's fine. It's early in the arc. We can get there, but it's all very good. I'll say that much. And then we have Law and Blackbeard, setting up just how big a threat Blackbeard has become, with just the sheer number of devil fruits in his possession since we last saw him. The sick fruit, the warp fruit, strong. I don't know if, like, I don't think any of these are like the clear fruit where, like, we knew it had been in play before. I'm not sure we've seen any of these. I'm gonna do a quick look for, like, a couple of them, to see if, like, we're aware of who has had them in the past. But I don't think we have. No, at least for Burgess, is the first time we're seeing it. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and like Google all of them, but the point is, the Blackbeards are getting more and more powerful, more and more devil fruits, and they're making their play. They're starting to make their play for the One Piece, and Law is sort of their first target here. So I don't know. Like, given that this is so far removed from the action of Egghead, I don't know if we're gonna get like a long tangent of this, or this is another one of those just sort of checking in moments, where we leave them here and then we see them again in a long time. I don't know. I kind of do like the way that the Blackbeard Law confrontation is framed feels more like a traditional cliffhanger. So like I imagine we'll spend at least some time with them next week, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. All in all, there's a lot of good stuff here. It sets up the stakes of Egghead very well, and goes to show just how strong the Blackbeard pirates have become. All in all, making these sort of threats of this final saga, more and more clear. And that's always good to see. So with that said, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you'll enjoy the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes it happy, And as always, your life is your own, okay? Bye!